Okay, can you hear me now? So I'm going to try again, and I'm just going to keep talking. Jennifer's going to let me know when y'all can hear me. So hopefully you can hear me now. Okay, Marlene says she can hear me. Jennifer can't hear anything. Okay. Okay, good. Y'all are hearing me now. That's a good thing. All right, let me start over. Welcome, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm so glad that y'all are here. Welcome in. So come on in, kick your feet up. We're going to do something a little different today. Y'all know that I've talked about it, and I've been working toward my little craft fair that I'm doing. I've never done one, so this is kind of all new to me. But I'm trying to come up with little things that people would be interested in buying. So I have gone out on the internet and I've searched for craft fair ideas. And what I'm trying to do is incorporate them into Stampin' Up, because I need to use Stampin' Up products, because I do represent the company and they pay me to sell their products. So therefore, that's what I do. Let me show you what I have done today. This little gift bag. Isn't that adorable? So cute, and it's not hard to make. You got a little Velcro closure. We're going to try closing it in some different ways, but look how nice and wide that opens up. You can get a lot of stuff in there, and I thought it would be so cute for some goodies. You could put hand lotion, hand sanitizer. I'm hooked on the candy. Just fill this up with some Hershey Kisses and I'll be a happy girl. So I'm going to show y'all how to make this, and it's not hard. You do need 12 by 12 paper for your base, but we're going to get to all that. I'm going to set that over here because I know what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know what the prize patrol is. So let's transition over to my desktop, and hey, Connie and Brenda and Tina, welcome in. Welcome. So everybody's come in early today. This is great, and I just want to take a moment to welcome everybody in. Thank you so much for coming by to support me, and just being here to see, what we're going to be doing today. So I want to show you what we're going to give away first. I got two prizes. I don't know how I would be able to give one of these away. Usually I give y'all the project. What I'm thinking I might do is draw one name, and I will cut all the pieces and score them and ship them to you flat. That way I could put everything in a flat envelope, and I would send the ribbon and the brads. The only thing you would need would be the glue to put this together. I'll even send you the Velcro closure. So maybe I'll do that, and everything can lay flat. So, and I'll make a different one than the ones I'm showing today. Maybe I'll do another one similar to this one. But anyway, that'll be one of the prizes. The other prize is going to be the counting sheep. I got several of these when I was during celebration, and I thought these were so cute. It is a brand new cling stamp set. Whoever wins this, let me know if you want me to put the stickers on. I always offer to do that, because the cling stamps, sometimes people don't like to do those. And we have the counting sheep dies that coordinate with this. The dies are much more extensive than the stamp set, and these are brand new, but I'm going to take it out and open it just so I can show you these dies, because they are so stinking cute. You can cut all of your little pieces that you see here, your 3 different sheep, but there's also some other little items in here. You get a fence, you get a sun, you get some clouds, there's a flag, there's a birthday hat, there's a balloon. So it gives you a lot more of little extra added things in there that you can just have fun with and coordinate it with your stamp set. So I think that's a great prize, a stamp set and dies. Everybody loves coordinating dies. I know I do. And I want to thank everyone for all of the support y'all gave me during my folio and the comments. Y'all were absolutely wonderful, and I want to commend Jennifer Real for giving it a try, because you know, sometimes we watch videos and it's so easy to be intimidated because you think, oh, she's an expert, she knows what she's doing. I want to tell y'all, I am not an expert at anything. I kind of fumble my way through everything just like y'all do. But anyway, that's one of the prizes, the handbag, and I have one more prize that I'll give away today. So we'll draw for this first, and then we'll draw for this Gingham embossing folder second, and then we'll draw for the purse third. So those will be our 3 prizes today. Also, if you check out my blog, and I've been linking my blog on Facebook, so you can actually go there. I'm not putting my videos there anymore. I'm doing everything from my blog because Facebook is so wonky, and I'll go there and make, you know, quick announcements or something like that. But I'm trying to move everything over to the blog. And when you go to my blog, and I did streamline it, and I hope some of y'all took the time to look at it. I think it looks much better. You'll see the date, you'll see the item that I put up, you'll see the tutorial under the pictures, and it's a clickable link. It says click here for tutorial, and you click there and it will open this up. Now I'm going to put another page in this after we're done with the video, because I'm going to put the cutting, well, it's really not cutting, I'm going to put the scoring on a diagram for y'all, and it'll be the second page of this. So I'll get that after we do the video. All right, let's... Hey Nancy, how are you, honey? I know that you're in the path of the storm just like everybody else is down there on the west side of Florida. I sent a message to Sandy and Joe this morning and told them that I was praying for them. Yes, Florida definitely needs everyone's prayers. I have so many friends and subscribers and family. My oldest daughter lives in Florida. I talked to her at 6 o'clock this morning. She was on the road on the way to her work. She has to be there because she is actually a division manager over the CEOs of several hospitals, mental hospitals, and that's her job. So she travels extensively, and I was worried about her, and I was hoping she was hunkered down at home, but she wasn't. So she had to be at work. She said she probably would get, she has to go into Orlando. So the storm is supposed to go right over top of Orlando. So we'll see what happens. Also, Melanie Culbertson, I checked with her, and I have another friend that lives in Port Charlotte, Florida, and they were right in the direct path of, I think that's just south of Fort Myers. So just please keep everybody in your prayers that's dealing with the devastation of this storm. I think I heard on the news that it's been like 120 years since the west coast of Florida has seen this type of intensity of a storm. So, okay, let's go ahead and get busy with what we're going to do here. And I'm going to do things a little bit different than I did on this one. It's going to be the same design, but it's going to be a little bit different. And I think these little gift bags, and I mean, you could pop this out and let it stick out that way. I thought it was cute, kind of bent in just a little bit, but you could do it either way. And like I said, these things hold a ton. You have a small space here, but I mean, it's pretty nice size in there. Like I said, you know, just load that bad boy up with some Hershey Kisses and send it on over to me, and I'd be a happy camper. I love Hershey Kisses. Anyone that knows me, Jennifer can attest to it. All right, so what we're going to do our base out of this black. And this is Stampin' Up! Black, and they just started carrying this in the holiday catalog. I'm hoping they're going to bring this as a regular item. I know I placed an order for some supplies yesterday, I believe, day before yesterday. One of those days. And I went ahead and got another pack of this because I've been using it like crazy with a lot of the things that I'm making. So, and I've got a call coming in from my doctor's office, but they can leave me a message and I'll check back with them a little bit later. Anyway, I'm gonna use my scoreboard for this. And if you have the Stampin' Up! Trimmer, you can definitely score using it. But I figure a lot of people don't, but a lot of us do have a scoreboard. So here is my scoreboard, and I'm gonna bring it down so y'all can see the top of it. Marlene, I'm not really sure how many I'm gonna make yet. I want to make some different styles. This is one that I'm going to do. I'll probably make maybe 5 to 10 of each style, and I'm hoping I'll sell them all. You know, you make up all this stuff and you hope you're going to make it all. I'm going to make 2 of these today if time permits, because I want to show you what you can do if you don't. First of all, you can make these for any occasion. Thus the title of mine. This is a handbag gift bag for any occasion, depending on what paper you use, and that's true for anything. So we're going to go ahead and put this 12 by 12 sheet of paper in our scoreboard, and we're going to score it over here at 1/2 inch. And I don't know if y'all know this, I learned this all by myself just from trial and error. The lower you hold your scoring tool, the better chance you have of staying on track. And when I say on track, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes your stylus will jump the track. And I'm sure you've had that happen. I think we all have. All right, 1/2 inch. Then we're going to score it at 5 inches. And don't you just hate it when you jump the track when you're making something? It absolutely. Oh, it makes me mad. Okay, I'll just say it like it is. It makes me mad. Then we're going to score at 7. If you keep that down close to the paper rather than up like this. If you go down like that, I have found that it doesn't jump as bad. Then we're going to go over to 11.5. Okay, I'm going to go back over those because I was talking. You're going to score at 1/2, 5 inches, 7 inches, and 11.5. Then you're going to turn your cardstock 1 turn to the left. Then you're going to have that 1/2 inch up at the top. And you're going to put 2 more score marks in here. You're going to score at 2.5. And 9.5. And that is all the scoring we're going to do. Now we don't have to cut anything out of this. Oops, I lost a foot. I'm gonna get some cement or some super glue, and I'm gonna glue my feet on. I've been having trouble with my feet falling off of and it's probably because where I live at, it's so hot and humid here sometimes, and I think maybe the humidity might have caused them to. And look, I tore my little banner, but that's okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to turn this over to where my bump side is up, and I'm going to fold everything except my 1/2 inch score marks. And let me get my bone folder because I definitely want to burnish these really well. Anytime you're making a 3D project, you want to make sure that you are burnishing everything down nice and tight. Getting those creases in there really good. And let's do the side pieces. And I like to do it with my fingers first and then come back with my bone folder. I think I just like to feel the crease with my hand before I actually commit to it with the bone folder. For me, I think it just helps me get it in there and know that it's right before I press it down really tight. All right, and now turn your piece over. You folded everything in this way. Turn it over and then turn these 1/2 inch pieces down. So you're just going to be folding these in the opposite direction that you did everything else. I'm going to turn it over, and we're going to do this one the same way. Now the folding is the trickiest part of this, because where you want to get these pieces right here, you've got to angle these. You've got to bend these pieces. So this piece right here, you've got to bend that up so that it goes parallel with this piece. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you how we do that. Fold everything back out, flip it back over, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take, like I said, this is the tricky part. You're going to take your score line, this score line right here, and you want to flip it, and I'm hoping y'all are seeing this. You're going to want to flip that score line so that it lines up, and I like to get my bone folder or my finger down in there. You want to bring that even with this score line right here. That score line right there. And it's hard to see that with the black. Maybe I should have done it with a white, but I wanted this black for my score line. So line this score line up so that it lines up perfectly with that one. Then take your bone folder and just fold that down, making sure you're getting into that crease really good so that's nice and even, just like that. Okay, see that? And Jennifer, you didn't have to put the Stamparatus in. I'm not using that, but I am using the scoreboard. And I don't think I put my Simply Scored in there. But that's okay. Everything will be in the blog afterwards. Now we're going to do the same thing with this side. So what we need to do is we got to bring this score line up to that piece. So again, we're lining up the score mark, the little piece. You want to line it up to that long score line. And we got to do this on all four sides of this. And you know what I would do if I was you? I would practice this on some, we all got those 12 by 12 paper packs. We got some ugly paper that we probably would never use in them. Pull out a sheet of that and use that to make these little angles. They're actually going to fold in the opposite direction when everything's said and done. But what you want to do is you want to get your angles in there like this. Because what's going to happen, that's going to fold in, and that's what's going to give you your little side pieces. These are going to fold in like that. And that's what it should look like when it comes together. Oops. Get that one in there too. So they're going to fold into each other just like that. So whenever you finish, this is what your side should look like, and this is what your inside should look like. I'm hoping y'all are seeing that. I'm trying to get it into the focus. So now we're going to turn it over and we're going to do the same thing over here. So we're going to take this score line and bring it up to the first score line right here. Just bring it up. And like I said, if you need to use your bone folder to get in there, then go ahead and do that. That does help. Get it lined up directly with that score line, and then give it a press. This is what's giving you your corners on your bag, is by doing that. And I like to bend them both directions. Just kind of breaks that fiber down, because that's the way they're going to go. It's just like that. So even if you fold them in the wrong direction, it's not going to hurt. You can turn it around and get it. So now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to take this side piece and we're going to bring that directly over to this piece. So like I said, it can be a little bit tricky, but after you do a few of these, I mean, you can do it then with your eyes closed. Nothing's hard once you learn how to do it. That's what that's like always my sing song. It's not hard once you learn how to do it. It's the learning process sometimes that can be the hardest. So I'm going to bend that piece back over like so. So when you finish, this is what you should have. You should have these little pieces like this, and they're going to come up just like that. But before we do that, let's go ahead and push this piece down. Burnish that down again. And you can do this any of two ways. You can, Jennifer, I forgot to put the brads on there too. Goodness gracious. I'm going to use these stamping, these are called round and square brads. And these are such nice little brads. And I think since we're doing this one in black, we're going to use the white brads. And they're nice and square, just like that. And they come in two sizes, so make sure you pull out the bigger one so you can see them. And I'm going to get 4 because we're going to need one for, you're going to need a set for each side. So there's 4 of those in the same size. And you can use any brads. I mean, you probably, if you're like me, I've got like a whole little pack of these. These are smaller, but they will work. You just need something that's going to be a little decorative and is going to hold everything in. Now for my ribbon, for this one, I don't know if this white glitter organdy is still in the catalog. You can use, I'm going to use it because I laid it out. I think it is because it was over in my basket. This is that white organdy that has the sparkles in it. I just thought it was pretty. So I'm going to cut about 12 inches, give or take, and I usually, I used to sew all the time, so I always cut more than what it calls for because it's better to have a little bit more than not enough. So it's... Hey Brian, welcome in. We're making a little gift bag today, a little handbag gift bag. So we're going to bring this up like that. And these pieces are going to glue down. We're going to glue everything down. But before we do that, I want to hide everything inside this little fold. I want everything to hide inside of here. So I'm going to grab my Crocodile hole punch, and I'm going to use the smaller hole on this side. And what I want to do is I want to go in about, if you're looking at this, because this will be like the front and the back of your bag, you can measure if you want to. Let's measure just for the heck of it. Let's measure 1 inch in. So we'll do 1 inch in right there, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little pencil mark. And I'm going to come down maybe 1/4 inch. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to come in about 1 inch and come down about 1/4. And I'm measuring from the score mark over, not this, because this is going to be on the inside. Then go ahead and turn it over and do the same thing for the other side while you're measuring. So line that up, come over to about there, come down to about 1/4 inch. Do the same thing here, in 1 inch and down about 1/4. Let's put those little marks there. That'll help you when you get ready to punch to make sure that you're getting. And if your lighting is just right, you can probably see, or maybe you can't. I was going to say you could probably see where your pencil mark is. Hey, I did pretty good. I think I got the pencil mark out. And then we're going to come in on this side and we're going to punch that. Now if you don't have a hole punch, you can do this with take your pick tool, any type of picky tool, just make a hole. If you have a little, an old mouse pad, or if you have one of the Stampin' Pierce mats, you can use that and just pierce your hole with your, it helps if you don't put your finger in here. I have a really bad habit of holding my finger in here, and I've pinched my finger so many times punching holes with this thing. I don't know if any of y'all have ever done that, if you have one of these. I love this thing. I love it because it sets brads, and it punches 2 different size holes, so it's a real nifty little tool to have, but if you get your finger caught in it, it's not quite so nifty. I was off a little bit on that one, but that's okay. Alright, so we got our holes all punched. I'm going to lay that down out of my way. And get my trash off of my desk. So now what we want to do is our pieces of ribbon that we cut. we are gonna put that ribbon on the inside like that. And we're going to push our brad. Now you don't want it to hang down too far. You only want it to go down as far as that hole is. I mean, or your score mark. This flap right here. So only let it go down that little 1/2 inch, because you want to hide all that. And this is cut at an angle because I must have made a bow with this last time I used it. So just lay it down like that, and then pick this back up and put your brad right in the middle of that ribbon. And yes, you're going to pierce through the ribbon, but that's what you want to do. Put your brad in. You might have to make a little hole in your ribbon, and if you do, no big deal. If it's thick ribbon, it might be a little bit harder to punch a hole in it. That went through pretty good. See, I got a nice little hole there now. Can you see that? So now I'm just going to push this brad through that hole. And then I'm going to close that brad up on that ribbon, just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to bring our ribbon over. I'm going to turn my ribbon while I'm putting it on because I want to make sure that I'm getting it straight. So let's see. I don't want it to curl. And I want it to go down right about like that. So I'm going to hold it tight this time and see if I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Or no, maybe I'll do this. Nah, let's try it with the brad first and hope it works. Nope, it didn't. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I'm going to go right here and I'm going to press a hole into that. Like I said, any type of pokey tool will work. Now I'm going to straighten my ribbon back up because we don't want our handles to be crooked. And then I'm going to place that on that brad just like I did over here. Please let Jennifer know, any of you that want to be in the drawing. I'm going to give away the cut pieces already scored and everything for this handbag. That'll be our 3rd place prize. Our 1st and 2nd is the counting. The first one is counting sheep, stamp and die. The 2nd prize is a Gingham embossing folder. So let Jennifer know. All right, we're going to do the same thing over on this side. We're just going to put those brads in. Hey Phyllis, welcome in. So put that brad down there. We'll do the same thing here. I'm not even going to try the other way. I'm just going to go ahead and poke my hole in here. And then sit it down on the brad. Oops, and I missed the hole. There we go. And then just set that ribbon down onto the brad. And then open up the little brad to hold it in place. And remember, these turn, so we can always turn them later and get them in the position that we want them before we glue everything together. So now we're going to bring this one over. And we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and pierce it. Toby! He's been, I don't know what has been with him lately, but he's been really barky lately. He heard some trucks out there earlier today and he was having a hissy fit. So stick that down on there. And if it's not even, it's no big deal. It's not going to go anywhere. Between the brad holding it, and we're going to put some tear and tape over it, and we're going to seal this all down so it's not going to come apart. I promise. The one thing you do want to check is to see if your handles are about the same. Because I'll show you. This was my prototype, and look at my handles. This one is longer than the one in the back. I noticed it. I showed it to my husband last night, and he said, I asked him, I said, what do you think? He said, I think that's really cute. And I said, yeah, but it's got flaws in it. He said, I don't see anything wrong with it. Oh. Hey, Victoria, welcome in. How are you doing? All right. So you see now how a nice little even... Now, what I want to do before I glue anything together is I want to make sure that my brads, if you want them to look like little diamonds like that, you can turn them. Or if you want them square, you can turn them. So just turn them the way you want them before you start gluing anything down. So I think I'm going to leave mine like down. I like the little diamond. I don't know. I like them square. I like them. Which way do I want them? I'm going to do them square. Just remember, you might have to open it up. And Jennifer just told me she likes the diamond better. Of course she would. All right, we'll do diamonds for Jennifer. You know why we'll do diamonds for Jennifer? Jennifer's birthday is Friday, so everybody wish my baby girl a happy birthday. She will be, should I tell her how old you're going to be, Jen? No, because she's my baby girl, and my baby girl is turning 39. Oh! Hey Rita, how are you? We're making a little gift bag in case you wanted to see what we're doing. We're making this little gift bag. So I'm putting the ribbon handles on now. So, and after you get that done, we're going to take some of the tear and tape or score tape, whatever you have, and we're going to put score tape down. You know what? I'm going to run some glue under here first. If I had thought about it, I'd probably put score tape down on these edges first, but we'll just put some glue under here. So run just a little bit of liquid glue up underneath there and seal that down. Just like that. Oh, and y'all know when I was making the folio, I couldn't find, I think it was the folio, and I couldn't find my craft sheets. Voila, I have them both. I found them, and I have put them somewhere where I'll know where they're at, and anytime I need them now, I know exactly where they're at. Oh, that was so frustrating because I was needing them bad when I was dabbing glue on all those little pieces that I made for that folio. But I'm telling you what, I had the best time making that folio. I don't know if y'all had fun watching me make it, but it was, I loved it. I loved making it. Now I'm just going to put score tape on this end and this end. I might go back and put another piece so we get both sections. I think Toby's the one snoring today. He's right here by my feet, and he's sawing some logs. He's my baby boy. Everybody says that I love him so much because my son gave him to me, but I love him because he was an answer to prayer for me. I wanted a dog so bad, and my husband had said absolutely no pets are coming in the house. He had lost his dog, and he didn't want to go through the grief of losing another animal that he got attached to. And it took me about 5 years of diligently praying, and I didn't say anything to him. I didn't whine about it or anything like that. I just, silently prayed. Sometimes that's all we need to do, is just take our petitions to God, and He'll take care of everything else. And Jennifer, I don't know if that one's diamond. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So now all I'm going to do is fold this over and encapsulate everything inside that little piece. Good. So we're going to push this over and do the same thing and press that down. Now all we got to do is go over on the other side, and we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to take some glue, and I'm going to run glue up underneath this edge. And then I'm going to run some glue. And if you want to, you can run glue up under here. What I should have done was put some score tape on that, or the tearing tape, but I didn't think. So that's okay. You know what? Glue works. I'm going to go ahead while I got this side down and shoot a little glue up underneath there. And press it down. Now let's do this side. And give it a little press. Yep, got a little bit of ooze there. That's okay. Alright. So now we are going to get our tearing tape. Oh, come on, get in there. Get our tearing tape, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put, trying to make sure those sides glued. This one felt like it wanted to come back up. We're going to do the same thing we did over there. We're just going to put our tape on this end. And I'm going to come up to the top edge a little bit. Maybe that is Bella snoring. I've been trying to encourage her not to lay under my feet because I've rolled over. My dogs are Shih Tzus, so they're very hairy little dogs, and they'll get their tails, sometimes their little paws, the hair on their paws will get under the roller of my chair, and it pulls their hair out. Now they don't usually whimper or anything, so I don't think it hurts, but it makes me feel like I'm hurting them. So I try to encourage her to lay elsewhere. So I think she is today. She's actually laying over. I told her earlier, I said, honey bunny, you need to go lay over in front of my desk, not over here beside my desk. So I think she listened to me. Because that's where she's at right now. She's over in front of the desk. She's actually in front of Toby. He's right here under my desk, right by my feet, but not by my chair. Okay, we're just going to pull that off, and then we're going to, when you push this down, when you push this piece down, it is going to automatically bring your fold into place right there. This is the white organdy glitter ribbon. I think that was the name of it. What did I do with the, here it is. White glitter organdy. I'm not sure if this is retired or not. I'll have to look. Let me. Hey Diane, how are you? Let me see if that ribbon is still in here. I'm thinking it is because I had it over in the basket of current items. If it's not, I need to take it out of there so I don't use it again on a video. But here's the ribbons. Bella, that was definitely Bella snoring. It is the white glitter organdy. Jennifer, that number is 156408. 156408. It's the white glitter organdy. And I'll just lay this here so you can see it. And I got the name of it right there. Alright, I'm going to pull, I got lost where I was at. I'm going to make sure that's laying in the right direction. I'm going to pull off my backer. I'm going to make a suggestion to Stampin' Up. I'm going to tell them they need to get some 1/2" tearing tape. I wish they had 1/2" tearing tape. I have 1/2" tearing tape, but it's not Stampin' Up. It's just regular score tape. Alright, so once you get to this point, here's your little bag. So what we need to do now is decorate the front of it. So I have pulled out this piece to decorate, and I want to bring it right to these little brads. These brads didn't line up the way I wanted them to, but you know what? I don't care. It'll be fine. And I think because I put the brads in, I'm going to remeasure this because I might have to alter my measurements because we're going to come down about 1/2 inch. Hey Tina, how are you? Yes, happy Wednesday. Okay, we're going to need to cut this to 3 3/4. I think I had it originally at 4. 3 3/4. The width is still going to be the same. I'm going to make my notes real quick on here so I can change it. So 3 3/4 by 6 3/4. And hey Vivian, good to see you. Oh, we got a nice little crowd. We got 20 watching. Whoop whoop. Make sure y'all give me those thumbs up. I love to see those thumbs up. YouTube loves to see those thumbs up. So I would appreciate lots of thumbs up. That just lets YouTube know that y'all like what you see me do, and it pushes them to push my videos. So I'm going to put this in and cut it in this direction because this paper is directional and I want my piece to lay on here. And if you have difficulty, lay your piece of paper down like that and say, okay, I need to cut the length this way first. Then that will tell you which way to put your paper in. That's just a little tidbit if you have difficulty remembering where to cut your paper. What did I say? 3 3/4. Yep, 3 3/4. We'll lay that over there, and then we're going to cut it at 6 3/4. This away. You know what? If I didn't have so much stuff on my desk, I wouldn't have this issue, would I? Oh my goodness. You know, no matter how much room I have, I never have enough room, or so it seems. All right, 6 3/4 that way. And then we're going to need to do that one more time, so we're going to cut another piece, making sure my direction is correct, at 3 3/4. And 6 3/4. Okay, so we can stick that back over there. Bring our bag back over. Now, if you wanted to, you could have put your pieces on before you started your bag, but you know what? It doesn't matter because this bag will lay flat like this, and I think that's one of the great things about this one. It'll lay flat so you can get your pieces on where you want them. So we're going to glue that down right there, and I think I'm just going to use glue. Y'all know that I'm a glue kind of girl. Look at the stripes. It gives it a whole different look if we use the stripes on it. But I like the floral, so I think I'm going to go with the floral. So now I'm just looking at my side to side and my line right here at the bottom, and I'm just wanting to get everything evened up right there. So now I'm going to turn it around this way so that I make sure that I put this one going in the right direction, because when you turn these up, you want it to look, you know, like this and like this. So bend it back out, put my glue on it. And make sure I got the right side. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just going to, looking at my line down here, my score line, side to side. That's another reason why I like the glue. It gives me a little bit of wiggle room. And press that down. You know, the more stuff you get, the more your craft space shrinks. Jennifer came down here, oh, it was a few months ago when she came and helped me do cleaning, and she came into my craft room and said, oh my goodness. She said, Mama, you cannot get another bit of nothing in there. Now this is the piece that I'd already pre-cut, and I'm going to show you what I did. In fact, I tell you what, I'm going to just cut another one. Yeah, I want to do it in the black. So this little belly, this little closure that we're going to use on here, we're going to make this 5.5 inches by 2.5. So let's get our trimmer out again. I'm going to show you exactly how I made this. And if you have some decorative punches. Now I hope that the Stampin' Up! Police don't come and get me, because I'm using some non-Stampin' Up! Products like my We Are Memory Keepers hole punch. I'm cutting it 2.5 right here and 5.5 this way. This punch that I'm using, Stampin' Up! Didn't have anything. I would have used Stampin' Up! Products had they had something like I needed, but they didn't. Oh, we got to score this. I will do it on the scoreboard. How about that? We got to put 2 score marks on this. So put it down on your 5.5 inch at the top. I'll pull that down so y'all can see it. And then we're going to score this at 2 3/8. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm counting my 8s because, you know, 8s are hard. So 1, 2, 3. That's 2 3/8. And 3 1/8. So 3 and the 1 over would be 3/8. Okay. So now we got that scored. Oh, Jennifer, I can't wait to see what you do. You warmed my heart so much when you, like I told you in the comment that I left you, nothing makes me any happier than to see y'all recreate what I teach you to do. Because I do put a lot of love and work into these projects. And in doing that, it's not for me just to, you know, do a video, but I really enjoy teaching you. Now, I had this EK Tools punch, and I love that. And look how pretty it looked on here. And I think that's going to make a beautiful closure. So, I'm going to take one end of this. Let's open up our punch. And this one has guidelines right here. I don't know if you can see the lines, but there's a line there and there that lets you know that that centers it in. So I'm gonna use those guidelines, and I'm just gonna drive that into the punch all the way to the back. I might have to stand up because these punches that would be cute, Tina, but I don't know that you'd be able to get anything in it because it would be so small. Now, if you have any hangovers like I just had, see that little hangover, just take and trim it off like that. Nobody will ever know. I mean, you could definitely try it. It would, I'm sure it would be cute because everything tiny is cute. We all know that. I think that's why we all wish we were tiny. Of course, this girl right here will never ever be tiny because I'm tall. I have big hands and I have big feet, and it's just the way God made me. So, I mean, y'all see my hands. I am not a little girl by no means. And I stand 5'9", so I am tall. So now what we need to do is, let's move our ribbon out of the way. I got ribbon inside. Jennifer's telling me I'm not 5'9" anymore. Yes, I am still 5'9". I was measured at the doctor's office. I used to be 5'10", and I've shrunk to 5'9". So Jennifer's trying to take that inch away from me. She's trying to make me 5'8". All right, we're going to line this up, and if you see this right here, this is where you want your piece to fall. But you want to make sure that you have enough of space. You know, I said on the other thing to cut 2 of them, but you know what? Yeah, I'm putting the wrong one on. We're going to use this one. Oh, Victoria, I had no idea. I know, isn't it horrible being so tall? But then when I go to the grocery store and I can reach the top shelf, I'm really glad that I am. Alright, I like to put mine on and kind of look at it from the center and see if I like it before I commit to the back. So if I do like it, I just do this. I open everything back up. I hold it like that. And that score line is going to give you exactly where you need to lay it. So I'm just going to bend it back over, and I'm going to put glue all over the back of it. Oh goodness, Phyllis. You're like my one of my sister-in-laws. Her name's Kathy, so they call her Short Kathy, and I'm Tall Kathy. I mean, we literally are in other people's phone numbers as Tall Kathy and Short Kathy. It's crazy, but she spells her name with a K just like I do. So yeah, she's Short Kathy, I'm Tall Kathy. And her husband, he has an orphanage mission in Uganda and in Kenya. He's a very, very good Christian man, and he loves the Lord with all of his heart. And he just got back from Africa, and he has come down with malaria. So please, please, please keep him in your prayers. Not only that, he has a kidney stone on top of it. And I can't relate to malaria because thank God I've never had that. This looks a little wonky right here, and I don't like it. I'm going to trim this up and just kind of angle it out like that. I don't think anybody will notice that. And I think my punch didn't quite get it even. And you know, that kind of thing happens, but what do? We adjust. We just adjust. And look, now it looks nice and even. Alright, so now we're going to put a Velcro closure on it. And what did I do with my little Velcro C's? Oh, here they are. So I have the loop side and the fuzzy side. That's the only way I know how to describe it. So I'm going to take my loopy side. This is the loop. It's usually the stronger side, and I'm going to put it right about here. And these have adhesive backs on them. I'm just going to stick that right there, and then I'm going to close my bag, and I'm going to see if that's going to hit where I want it. And that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to take my loopy side, and it has adhesive on that side. So I'm taking the fuzzy side, and I'm just going to stick it right on top of that one. And I know all of y'all have done Velcro closures on something in your crafting. So this is where I want to be really particular and make sure that my sides are lining up where I want them. You know, at this point it wouldn't hurt. It would not hurt at all to use a couple of clips. It just kind of gives you an extra hand. So if you have any of these little binder clips, this would be the perfect place to use those. And then I'm going to throw my ribbon to the back. Make sure that's up to the edge. And then I am going to take that off and press that down. Now I'm going to get my fingers in here if I can and really press on that Velcro because I want it to stick where it's supposed to stick, and it works. So there is our cute little gift bag. And you could jazz this up in so many different ways. And if you didn't have ribbon or didn't want to use ribbon, I think the ribbon's really cute on it. You could put a little pearl or something right there. Let's see what we got. I got some bigger pearls that I think would make a better show on it. And you know, I know we all have other bling besides Stampin' Up. The Stampin' Up pearls are beautiful, but they're small. So I'm going to pull a row of these off. And these are stuck to each other. That's not good. I'm going to snip these. I think I'm going to snip 2 of them. And put those down right about there. I'll make sure I get it centered. And then I want one more at the top. This way you can make your own little closure. And if you wanted to, I could have not used brads here. We could have just put our ribbon directly in and glued it in with some tear and tape. and used our pearls here and here. But there is our little bag. So what do y'all think? And I want to show you one other option, because what if you don't have designer paper? I'm going to show you. If you don't have designer paper, and say you needed a bag for Christmas. Christmas is coming. So why not just stamp some snowflakes or whatever, poinsettias, and make you a piece to use for your designer paper. And you just cut this down as you need it. And I did this, I stamped this with the, yeah, it was that stamp set. It was the, Jennifer, what was the name of that stamp set? I put it in, and then I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Joyful Flurry. And all I done was stamped this bigger one and this smaller one, and then I used these little dots to go in and fill in. And I was going to see if I had time to do another bag, but I don't. So I'm going to, what I might do is I'll use this one for the one that I will send out to the winner, and it'll be a Christmas bag. And you can also, like I said, if you don't want to use ribbon on it, you can cut your paper and fold it together and use it for handles. Most of my bags that I used to do are like that. Here's a bag that I made a long time ago. This one is a lot more complex bag, and it wasn't a Michael Kors, but it was a Kathy Champion. So I used Brad's here. This is a very complex bag. It doesn't have the give that one has, but it is nice and deep. And these have paper handles, and I thought it was every bit as cute. And this bag is on my channel. So if you go to my channel and look, you will see this bag. And this was one that I believe I got this from Maymay. I think Maymay made this bag, and I kind of replicated it. But I loved it. I thought it was so cute. So there's all kinds of little bags out there. This was just one that was a little easy to make, and it was one I thought that we could do during the time allotted for a live. So who's ready for Prize Patrol? Oh, thank you, Rita. Thank you. All right, Jennifer's looking for everybody that wants to be in the drawing. Oh, okay. She's putting y'all's names in the cup now. So this is going to be the bag that I give away. And what I'll do is I'll score everything and fold it, and I will cut this down to fit. I'll put the ribbon in and the brads, everything that you need. And whoever wins that will get it. Then all you have to do is come back and watch the video and put it together. So, and I think that'll be fun too, because then you'll learn how to make it. You'll have all the score lines on your large piece of paper, and that should be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and pull over our prizes. The first one is going to be the Counting Sheep stamp set and dies. And I'm going to do this before I flip back over so y'all can see my face. Not that anybody wants to look at my mug, but you know, sometimes I just like to be able to talk to y'all. And I'm hoping we can do something pretty soon where we can do like a Google Meet or something like that, where I can see y'all and you can see me. That would be so much fun. Yeah, Tina, I'm totally with you, because making these little bags, I did this. I went to an ornament party, and Jennifer went with me, and my sister-in-law used to host a party every year, and I made her and I a bag, and people were more thrilled over the bags than they were the actual ornament that was in it. So that was so much fun. So it's oh, thank you, Vivian. Y'all are just the best group of people ever. I love y'all all so much. Oh, thank you, Tina. Y'all are just so sweet, Phyllis. I don't know where Alicia is today. I have not seen her. So I thought she was going to be here. In fact, I had spoke with her via text message yesterday evening, and I had showed her this, and I had a card that I was kind of debating back and forth whether to do the bag or do the card, and she said, oh, the bag. She said, I can't wait to see you do that. So she must have not been feeling well today. Okay, so are we ready, Jen? Okay, Jennifer said 2 seconds and she'll be with us. So, aw. Well, Connie, you'll have to make one for your granddaughter. I made a little folder yesterday for the craft fair, and I'm gonna have to replicate that one and make one for my grandbaby, because Autumn will love it. I made a little Mickey head, and I just cut it on my little Cricut Joy, and it was just circles. I took 2 small circles that were the same size, and 1 larger circle, and then I put them together. I grouped it and then welded it together and told it to cut it, and I had a little Mickey head to go on one of my little mini legal pad holders, and it turned out so cute. And I did a little pink bow. Okay, Jennifer is ready. So for the stamp set and the dies, the winner is, and let me know immediately if you have this. If you have this, then I will pull something else for you. So Counting Sheep and the dies. The winner is Tina Barker. Tina, do you have this? Oh, I spelled your name wrong. I know it's T-E-N-E-A. Yeah, it worked really good to make the Mickey head, and I've been having fun because I've been using a lot of some of my older products and things that I normally can't use on Stampin' Up, you know. But it was fun. It was just so much fun. So Tina Barker, are you here? If Tina's not here, we'll have to get back with her, and she'll get back with me, and we'll go in with that a little bit later. So now the next prize is going to be the Gingham embossing folder. Okay, great, Tina. I'll get that out to you hopefully today. All right, so our next item is the Gingham embossing folder. And the winner of this is Victoria Melbourne. Congratulations. It's M-E-L-B-U-R-N. I think that's right. I talk faster than you type. No, you know what it is, Tina? It's a delay. It's about a 60-second delay from what I say to y'all hear it, or a good 45 seconds. So, congratulations to Victoria. Hey, Carmina, how are you, honey? All right, and the last thing is going to be the gift bag that I'm going to make, or not make, but I'm going to score everything and send it to you so you can make it. So the winner of that will be, and you let me know if you prefer the black and white. Let me know, and I can do you a black and white one over this one. So whoever wins this, just let me know. And the winner of the handbag, Diane Solomon. All right, Diane, congratulations. And let me ask you a question. Do you want the snowflake one, or would you rather have one in black and white, or white and black? I can do either or I can do it in a different color. It's totally up to you. Oh, Victoria, send me your address then. Email me your new address. Yeah, if y'all would do that, anytime if you move or whatever, if you would shoot me an email and let me know that you moved, that would be great. So, Victoria, no, Diane, which one do you want? Do you want the red and white, or would you rather have a black and white or a white and black? I can do either or. Red with snowflakes. Okay, and then we got you all covered. So this one will be yours. And I'll make sure everything goes together in that for you. And woo, we had fun today. I enjoyed our live today. Let me see if I can get transition back over. There we go. Woo, I think my hair got undone while I was crafting. Do you ever come out of your crafting and feel like you're just totally disheveled? I do real often. Yes, congratulations to all 3 of my winners. I love being able to give y'all stuff. It is such a privilege to be able to have y'all come here and watch the video and learn, hopefully learn, because that's my main purpose. I have 2 purposes in crafting. One is to teach you how to do something that you may not know how to do, to share tidbits with you, and to share my faith. Those are my priorities in my YouTube channel, and that will never ever change for me. So it's who I am, and it's who I'll always be. Rita, I'm sure that Diane has her name spelt wrong a lot of times because it is a different spelling of Diane, but I like it. So anyway, I'm not going to keep y'all because it is already 5 minutes past the lunch hour. So I'm going to probably go and grab me a sandwich or either maybe a soup. It's been really cold here today. And we have the potential threat of some heavy rains coming in from the hurricane. I live near Charlotte, and they're showing on the map that it's going to make a beeline straight to Charlotte. And I'm a little bit west of Charlotte, so it said it would probably be a little west of Charlotte. So anyway, you too, Brenda. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you love that little handbag. I think they'll make great little presentations just to give a little something to somebody at Christmas. And no matter what color you make it in, they're great little bags for, you know, treats or whatever. So I'm going to let everybody go, but before we go, I just want to thank you one more time for your continued support of my channel, my business, and what I do here. I love you all very much. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy. He gave his life for us, so the least we can do is honor him with our life. So until next time, God bless and keep you. Have a great rest of your week. I love you guys. Bye-bye.